So we have almost completed the practical part. Um, we have covered, Maya, modeling, texturing, lighting, rigging, animation. So from modeling to animation, it consists of modeling, texturing, lighting, rigging, animation, and even FX, Maya dynamics as well. Okay. So go through this modeling to animation PDFs. Okay. Uh, so you have to, first thing, you complete all your assignments and start, recalling these theory sessions. Just go through this PDF. If any doubt is there, you just get back to me. I'll explain that again. I think from the 16 PDF which you have, I think around 60 to 70% of the exam questions will arrive from these PDFs only. Okay. So more than this, I have explained. I have given training, whichever is not there in the syllabus. Also, even the advanced part also I have explained. Okay. So just go through all this. If any doubts are there, just let me know. That's one thing. So then Pixar Renderman, this was, like actually it's an outdated one. So I have explained Arnold rendering instead of this. For theory purpose, just go through Pixar Renderman. Okay. Pixar is of Disney Pixar's, it's a plugin. Okay. So however, the Arnold engine works, right? The same functionality for this also. Arnold is even much better, which comes with Maya, okay, by default. So we can, you just go through this. If any doubt is there, I'll explain. Okay. Might be in the coming session, I can, in 1 or 2 session, I can explain all this theory part. I'll do that. Then we have crowd simulation. Crowd simulation we have done using, Maya. Uh, Here we used with the help of the particles, n particles, instancer. Okay. There are few more, actually a lot more stuffs are there. This other things you'll be learning using, in the advanced Maya. Okay. So in the SEM4 you'll be learning. So crowd simulation, there are 4 theory session is there. Okay. And 4 PDFs are there, which we can cover within a day or 2 session. So we will do this today. Okay. So any doubts you have in practical session, so just reach out to me. Okay. And even in theory, if any doubt is there, you can reach out. So might be, after next week. So next week I'll be taking 2 sessions. One is on Thursday and one is on Tuesday and another is on Thursday. And if you need, like we can have 1 more week session later, I'll give, some time for you to complete all the assignments and prepare for the exam. So hopefully by end of July or first week of the August, you'll be having your SEM 3 exams. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
any questions?
So we don't have the notes, the crowd simulation and pixel.
What?
You
Crowd
did,
simulation.
you had it, yes.
I'll I'll be sending this. Crowd simulation, I think I have shared right earlier.
No, sir.
Okay, I'll send crowd simulation and
No, sir, you
this
didn't.
renderman. Okay. These two I'll be sending today only after the session. Okay. So let's
Yes,
go
sir.
to crowd simulation session 1. So this crowd simulation actually in the session, it's with a plugin again. It's called Goleam Crowd. Okay. Goleam Crowd. And here actually in n particles, in this system only you have lot many things to do. And even in SEM4 also you are going to learn the same, this Goleam Crowd. Okay. You will be learning extra thing is, like you will be learning advanced Maya and you will be learning augmented reality and virtual reality as well. Okay. So let us go through this, like Goleam Crowd. So it's a plugin. Okay. How does it work? I'll just explain. It's a crowd flow simulation, using Golem. Just look into this. What are the things which we can do in Golem crowd? You can see. Okay. Advanced version of this you will be learning in in the next time. So Golem crowd simulation, just check. Okay. In the production houses, like there are multiple plugins are there. Mash is there, Golem is there, um, My Army is there. There are multiple plugins are there. Okay. So it's like for example, one plugin what it will do. So the other plugin also will do the same. Um, it's not like we can't do whatever this Golem will do. The Maya, sim for example, My Army plugin also will do. Okay. uh, the interface and the appearance are a bit different, that's it. Okay. For example, if you have seen this Game of Thrones, so in Game of Thrones you see a lot of characters. Okay. These characters, like it's done in Maya and Golem. Okay. Like this kind of particle simulation also you can create. This is a composition which done in Nuke. This is a vortex field. It's like a twister. To achieve an output something like this, like so many team members will be there within one team or one person. It's a bit challenging. So you have to see for a lot of references, then only you will get some idea what to work on. Okay. So let's get into this. So with this, you will be learning, like the features of Golem Crowd. What are the tools and how does it look? So the platform requirements, okay, the different formats. So the concepts of the crowd simulations, the behaviors and the characters. Okay. So it's a simple one. Golem Crowd integrated in Autodesk Maya. It's a crowd simulation software which is used for VFX and animation. Okay. Uh, you might get a simple question, as this one. So using Golem Crowd, one can effortlessly populate stadiums, cities, and worlds with digital character. Across the globe, Golem Crowd is used to bring life to commercials, episodic productions, feature films, and games. Okay. The same thing My Army also will do. The same thing Maya Nucleus, the N particles also will do. Okay. So it's another feature. It's an add-on feature, I can say. So introduction to Golem. Again, Golem always, it allows you to automatically compute or navigate mesh, plan roadmap based path, configure steering behavior. It provides blending and grounding adaptation, biped and quadruped dedication animation engine, automatic editable and skeleton mapping, and motion retargeting. So for example, in my biped two-leg character, or quadruped. We worked on dinosaur, lot of dinosaur, it came, or biped part. So many things. Okay, it can be done. So it's based on standard animation workflow followed in CGI, which allows to incrementally build a scene. Okay. Key feature, it includes an intuitive user interface based on Maya workaday objects, provides free, varied, ready-to-use characters and motions, which reduces asset preparation time and helps to start production immediately. It allows artists to find right creative approach irrespective of the number of the characters. So what I can do is I'll install the plugin in Maya. I will share you the plugin. So what you have to do, you have to download the plugin. Just see the interface. You will relate to n, this n particle, whatever we have done. Okay. But go through this, this theory part for the exam purpose. It has an intuitive and powerful toolset that includes placement tool, behavior editor interface, dedicated animation engine, different navigation behaviors for the characters, physics simulation to create various effects, diversity control at all level, okay, previewing of crowd and then rendering them. Here it is, like play blast the scene and you can go for rendering, pipeline and effect integration. This is the VFX part using, um, other tools like new core After Effects. Character files generate with the character maker. There are three types of character files: Goleam character file, Goleam motion file, Goleam motion mapping file. These are the three. So this is, I think you might get this particular file detail for in exam. Environmental files. There are two type of environmental file: Goleam nav mesh and physics files. Okay. Entity refers to simulation, refers to a simulated 3D crowd character, also called as a particle. So here in Maya, it's particle or n particle. There are 9 different type of particle. So here it is entity. So this each Maya particle is connected to specific Golem crowd field and correspondent to an entity. Each entity in turn belong to an entity type. For example, in Maya, each particle, for example, if I create a particle system, I take a particle tool, I will sketch particle, number of particles I'll increase, sketch interval I'll increase. So you can see when I press enter, a lot of particles you see here. Okay, right. And what happens? This particle, instead of this particle, I can place any character over there just with the help of instancer. What instancer will do, instead of this particle, our own object which we have created, that will replicate, means it will populate. Okay, so that's here as entity. Okay, so initially I'm just relating, between Golem and Maya particle system, then you can get into this. So behavior container, it's an object that stores a graph of behaviors. Each entity type has its own behavior container. All entities belong to an entity type will have the same behavior. So it's built in an action that can be executed by an entity. Crowd character refers to a description of the mesh of a Maya character divided into asset group. Mm, Same here as an instancer. We had one character here, one dinosaur character was there, and whatever modification or whatever animation I do for that, it reflects for all the instancer, right? It's the same here also. Okay, crowd character. It's a rendering type is a specialization of a crowd character. It specifies which asset group should be used and the relative repartition of each each asset. An entity type belongs to a rendering type. Okay, so how do we render? So regarding that, it is. So these are the basic one only. Just go through. There are 6 reiterative steps of Golem crowd workflow. we can follow this workflow to achieve the initial setup. Convert your asset for Golem Crowd, which involves converting Maya character into crowd character format in the character maker. Convert the Maya character skeleton rig as a Golem skeleton. Define the visual diversity and rendering types from your character geometries, including prop repartition and procedural shading. Converting your motion clips into Golem Cloud motion file format. Okay, it's a procedural. There are different steps are there. Okay, this is the first step. Second step: define and configure the different entity type. Place the entities depending on the entity types. Define behaviors for the entity type. Export the simulation results and edit them. Render your scene with simulated crowds inside. Okay. Download and install Golem Crowd. So how to install? This is also there. Even what you can do, you can download or install. Just that procedure is also given. If you want, like you can go to Golem Crowd, you can download. So it's free and unlimited. Let's go get into this. I'll go to Golem Crowd. Okay. You have download option. So you can type all this and you can try or you can download it. So let me try. I'll just give. I'll not be giving, the title or company or country. Okay. So since I would like to use it for a free version, okay, I'll just give some random one. Okay. Platform Windows, Maya 18, renderer. I'll go with Arnold. Time frame for buying, non-commercial. Okay, just give as non-commercial so that I'm not gonna buy. Okay, it's a self-learning. You can give. Subscribe newsletter if you want. You can subscribe or else just give. No, it's okay. Okay, then try Google. So you can download it. So which one you want to download? I want to download for Maya 18 version. Let me download. Okay. RSTP batch 2 Maya Dynamics. I download it. See, simple. Like this, you can just download. Okay. So after download, you can install it. The procedure is given here. Download and install. Download and install character pack and samples. You have character pack and samples as well. Okay. So how to load Golem Crowd? You have to go to Windows Settings and Preferences Plugin Manager, which is over here. You can go to Windows Settings and Preferences Plugin Manager. You just go here. You get to see Golem Crowd here at the last. Okay. Here it will come. In the last, just you need to enable it, loaded. Okay, auto load. Then it will start working. You have character pack. Okay. So just see here, Golem character pack and samples. So character pack HD only contains HD casual and businessman. For other characters sample scene, install Golem character pack. So I'll just go to character pack, this one. Okay. So character pack.exe, I'm downloading it. This also you have to do. So not the, if you want, you can go for HD. HD stands, it's for only casual and businessman. For other characters and samples, you get to see here. Okay. So make sure you're selecting in Windows. Houdini Katana, Unreal, Houdini Katana, video assets. Okay, just take this one, normal Windows. Any doubts up to here?
No,
No,
sir.
Okay, actually, this is quite interesting. See, character pack is of somewhere 350 MB. So normal the Golem plugin, it's I think 24 or 25 MB. That's it, not more than that. Okay. So after you install, there's a procedure what needs to be done. You can do that. So create an entity type, find the character file. Once we download the character pack, you can find the character files, okay, which is available in the samples file. There are so many characters will be there. You can pick, okay, and you have to pick a terrain locator, and you can populate. So by this tool, you can see lot many characters on your scene. But the advantage of Golem Crowd is, it won't consumes a lot of memory. Okay. Um, it depends upon the mesh of the character. So by place a population tool locator, where in the viewport by clicking population tool icon, it will populate. You can see the icons here. However, the icons is the same way. By looking at this particular slide, you get to do the task. So then if you click play, means it's a procedure, how to do the way we have done step by step in Maya using n particle. It's the same way. Okay. um, just look into this. So you have for simulation export, how do you export? You have for procedural rendering, how do you render this particular scene? Okay, means there are steps one after the other. It is by looking at this, definitely like you can achieve. So let me just go to the next one, character maker, uh, custom. Okay, there are how does a Maya this navigation thing work? Here also it's same. Used to drag the workspace with alt middle click. So it's the same. We can drag or zoom in, zoom out. Same thing, they have explained in the PPT. You can just go through that. Selection, removing, a node, adding a node. So for all that, there's a shortcuts. See, it's the same. How does Maya work? It does, it's the same one. Okay. So let me just go through this. So what I suggest is, like just go through here, these slides. It's all about, process, only the process is captured here. So just do this. In practical part, I'll show you how to work on this. Okay. Anyhow, we have done using n particle. Let us do with Golem crowd also. This and all you have learned already, up axis, what is up axis, front axis, all that, but still, uh, it has been explained separately in Golem. Okay. Option, description. Okay, using skeleton, like they have explained. For example, in Golem, it is, this is pelvis, this is spine, this is limb, this is effector. Okay. So what does this will do? Defines the pelvis of a character. A skeleton mapping should have only one pelvis node. This we have done in rigging. Okay. This spine defines a character. A spine should be joined to another spine or to the pelvis. Limb defines the limb of a character. Limb should be joined to a spine or pelvis. Effector defines an effector of a character. It should be joined to a limb. Actually, most of the content it comes in advanced. Okay, but what I suggest is just go through this still. Okay. um, what if you might get few questions from here. So biped is humanoid character, quadruped is, like it's there are multiple templates are there here, skeleton mapping. So you can just go through that. So bone physics properties, edit physics property, reset physics. So actually in the industry, Golem crowd artist is separate. They do only crowd simulation, nothing else. They don't do any modeling or anything. Only simulation part. They play with the physics. So go through this. Uh, this is another specialization. So if you want to be a crowd artist or crowd simulation artist, so uh, you can you can be thorough in this. Okay. So bone physics property. Okay, how does a bone physics works? Normally in Maya, in animation, what we have done, um, sorry, in rigging, when we create a skeleton, how does a what are the properties of this joint? Okay, how does this joint works? So the stiffness is there, what angle it is. So everything, okay, like that. It is a golem uh, bone physics. So blend shape, we use facial expressions. Actually, blend shapes and all will come in advanced one. Okay, you don't have blend shapes here. I think this the content what they have given. This is a combination of SEM 3 and SEM 4. For SEM 4 also we have it. So I'll just show you how it is. For example, if I go to SEM 4 content, see you have crowd simulation. It is the same crowd simulation which it is there in Golem. See, it's the same crowd simulation you have here also. Apart from this, you do have two things extra: projection mapping and augmented reality. Okay, so I suggest just refer to this, just go through this. Okay, what is this geometry tab or asset panel? How does it work? Creating a character setup. Okay, so what I suggest is like just install the plugin. Okay, in Maya, you will get answers for everything. Actually, there are a lot of presets, default elements are there uh, which can populate multiple crowds or multiple characters, which is there in character pack, which I have downloaded here. I'm just looking into what else you have in this. It's all same, there is not much of extra thing. So here what we have done in Maya FX, we have seen n particles, we have seen multiple type of particle. Okay. Uh, in instance or whatever character is there, that character you can see here. For example, I'll show you here. Say I have done a bird animation. Okay. Mm, RCP Maya Viking bird model. Since Romeo, since it's loading just a minute. So for timing, what you do, just concentrate on completing all the assignments. Okay. Let us make a showreel out of it. So we have a character. Okay. And this is a type of animation which we have done. So I'll turn off the eye case, I turn off the joints, I turn off the curves. We have a bird character here. So normally when we play this, It's a macaw character which comes like this. Okay. It's a cartoon style character. So what I do is I'll just take the particle. For example, hmm, I'll take particle tool and to the option box. I want more particle. Sketch interval is more. Sketch interval more. Just one minute. Okay. Let's say I have few particles which I have created here. You can see particles here. So what I do is, I select this. I'll come to n particles. I'll go for instancer. Just I go for this, go to option box. In instancer, this is the object. Okay, so I'll select this and I create. So there are so many things comes here. Let me select this. So this is what we have done earlier. Emit from the object I do. So I go for surface emitter instead of omni. So I want 4 particles to emit, from here. This particle is, bird 457. So what I do, uh, I select this object, go to instance option box. I select this to create. Okay, it's coming here. So let me play this. So you remember for the dinosaur we have done same way we have to do. I think this character, it is skinned and the animation part is that's why some issues are there. We'll look into this. Okay, it's playing here only. That's what we need to spend some time to work on this. So you have seen the dinosaur one which we have done earlier. Just refer to that. You can. So I'll go to particle tool, reset, create a grid, particle spacing. Select this, modify center pivot. Select this particle instance. Okay, you select this, go to particle instance. Okay, I'll tell you how it is. Just I'll be selecting this. This is particle 2. I'll select these two. I'll go to particle instance. These two object for particle 2 create. Yeah, you got it. Actually, you have it here. Okay, I think only that bottom part came. Select this particle instance, this one for particle 2 create. So a bit of spacing is required. You can see all the characters are right next to this one after the other. Okay, and when I play, everything does play. So we need to give some spacing. Okay, then it will work. So I'll show you this next class. Okay, just go through Goleam crowd. So I'll be sharing this Goleam crowd PPTs and Renderman PPT. Just go through this and try to complete all the assignments. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Any doubts? If any
No.
doubts are there,
No,
just
sir.
get back to me on this. Even the earlier regarding earlier assignment as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye, sir. You too.
Bye, sir.
Yeah. Bye.